The DCU. What is it, and how should I know where to begin? This video is to explain to new DC fans where to begin with the new DCU and what's canon from the DCEU. The Suicide Squad. Released on July 30, 2021 in the UK and August 6th in the US. Written and directed by James Gunn, it's a light sequel/reboot following the not so well received Suicide Squad in 2016. This film is mostly canon to the DCU based on events shown and referenced in the line in Creature Commando Season 1 and Peacemaker Season 2. If you haven't watched this, I won't spoil anything, but I just recommend that you go and watch it because it's a real step up from the first film. You don't even need to watch that, you can just jump right in and they give you all the information that you need. This is set sometime in the second half of 2022. We'll get into how I came to that conclusion later in the video, but it is a great film and it's a really fun start to the DCU. Peacemaker Season 1 premiered on January 13, 2022, with the finale airing on February 17, 2022. This is a direct sequel to The Suicide Squad, which is also written and directed by James Gunn, with guest directors like Jodie Hill, Rosemary Rodriguez and Brad Anderson. This season's like 98% canon, other than like a couple throwaway lines in a scene in the finale, but that gets addressed right at the beginning of Season 2. Again, I'm not going to go into spoilers, and just go and watch this season, because it's funny, and it really makes you care for a character that was relatively unknown before he appeared in the Suicide Squad, even to hardcore comic readers. This is set around 5 months after the Suicide Squad, in like around early 2023. It's a fun show, just go and watch it. Blue Beetle released on August 18th, 2023, written by Gareth Alcosa and directed by Angel Manuel Soto. This is also the first on-screen appearance of Jaime Reyes. This is the one project that's a bit weird canon-wise. We know the movie is somewhat canon based on the fact that Jolo Maridueña and director Angel Manuel Soto confirming an animated series is in the works. Right now, it's unknown when exactly this is set and what's canon, whether it's the whole film, the characters, or even just Jaime already being Blue Beetle. This is definitely still worth a watch. Even if it isn't canon, just get yourself familiar with Jaime Reyes and Blue Beetle.
Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU.
Creature Commandos Season 1 premiered on December 5th, 2024 until January 9th, 2025. This is the first official project in the DCU under DC Studios. Written by James Gunn, with showrunner Dean Lowry and directors Matt Peters and Sam Liu. This is an animated series based on a group of characters with the same name, sort of an alternative Suicide Squad. With us now being in the DCU, everything from here on out in release order is 100% canon to the universe. This is set sometime in 2024, roughly 2 years after the events of The Suicide Squad, based on dialogue from episode 1. This is a fun and short animated series with only 7 30-minute episodes that really solidifies the expectations of the DCU going forward, with events being referenced and having consequences in future projects. Superman released on July 11th, 2025. This is unfathomably beautiful in tone and emotion. Written and directed by James Gunn, this is a film for the ages. The emotions that I felt opening day were unlike anything I've ever felt for a comic book film. This is set in May 2025 over the course of a few days around a year after the events of Creature Commandos Season 1. A newspaper in the film shows the date of Monday, May 19th, which lines up with our 2025 calendar. This is how I was able to roughly determine the timeline for the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker Season 1. I can't stress enough how much fun this film is and how spectacular this was to see in cinemas. The characters that this film introduces, like Mr. Terrific and Metamorpho, have become fan favourites for new audiences, including me. Just please do yourself a favour and watch this fucking film. Peacemaker Season 2 premiered on August 22nd until October 10th, 2025. This is set 2 years after Season 1 and a couple of months after Superman, in or around July/August 2025. Written and showrun by James Gunn, with directors in Greg Mottola, Peter Sollett, Alethea Jones and Gunn himself. This is a nice follow-up to Season 1 set a few years later. I won't talk about what this season delves into, as it would spoil it, but this sets up a huge piece of the puzzle for the future of the DCU, and I'm just really interested to see what happens in the next few years. Supergirl releases in just a few months on June 26, 2026. This is a fantasy sci-fi space adventure adapted from Tom King's run of Supergirl Women of Tomorrow. Written by Anna Noguera and directed by Craig Gillespie, this is a film I've got really high hopes for based on how good the source material is, plus it'll be the first ever on-screen appearance of Lobo. Right now it's unknown when this is set in the DCU, but it's best to presume it'll probably be sometime in 2026 based on Superman and Peacemaker Season 2. As of January 27th, there's only a teaser trailer and a short look at Lobo released to the public. I'd like to imagine we'll get a full trailer in the next couple of months leading up to the film's release. Lanterns releases in late summer 2026, confirmed by co-CEO Peter Safran. This will be the second live-action appearance of Hal Jordan since that Ryan Reynolds movie from 2011, and the first ever live-action appearance of Jon Stewart. Written by Tom King, Chris Mundy and Damon Lindelof, with directors James Hawes, Alex Sakharov, Nkita Vasant Patel and Stephen Williams. As of right now, we don't really know much about the series other than it's a buddy cop premise set mostly in a small town in the US. Yeah, I really can't say much else as that's all we've been given so far. Clayface releases on September 11th, 2026. This is the first gritty horror film in the DCU, set in the range of projects we can expect from DC Studios. Written by Mike Flanagan and directed by James Watkins, this is based on the two-part Clayface episode from Batman the Animated Series and the One Bad Day Clayface short comic run. This will be the first ever live-action appearance of Clayface, and it's good to see some lesser-known Batman villains get some attention after years of seeing Joker, Riddler and Two-Face on the big screen. It's currently unknown when this will be set, but it's best to presume it will be set before the Adventure Creature Commandos based on events from that series. Man of Tomorrow releases on July 9, 2027. This is currently in pre-production, getting ready to shoot in April or May this year. Written and directed by James Gunn, this will be a Superman and Lex team-up film as they go up against Brainiac. Not much else is known right now about the film, other than some other heroes are rumoured to be appearing like Hawkgirl, Supergirl and Jon Stewart. None of this is confirmed, it's all speculation, so take it with a grain of salt. Again, it's currently unknown when it's set, but it's best to assume it will be set around the time of its release. This is all the DCU projects we have release dates for. Other projects have been announced to be in production, like Creature Commandos Season 2 and the Mr. Miracle animated series, but we don't know when they'll release for now. Thanks for watching the video. If this is your introduction to the DCU or just DC in general, I hope this helped give you some insight and motivation to watch the films and shows mentioned and the projects to come.